Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting edition of Psychic Sundays Live with your host, Psychic Sally Diane.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to another exciting hour of free readings and lively chat right here on Psychic Sundays Live, our favorite hour of the week, and I hope it's your favorite too. Remember, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and hit the like button. That helps us so much. And I can just see the chat flying by, so I know that we have a lot of people wanting to get readings this week. If you want to get a reading with me in person, you can call the Spa Near the Tracks at 272-1293, or to get a reading online from anywhere in the world, just send me an email to info@sallydiane.com, and we'll set up a time to do a reading online. And without further delay, let's get to the questions. And who do we have first, Darlin?
Sonia wants to know if this week is good for her.
All right.
Well, yeah, sorry about that, Sonia.
It is what you make of it, you know. That old adage, your attitude determines your altitude. That's how it goes. But let's see how Sonia's week goes. Well, you do have a few secrets coming out. It looks like you're in a position of strength and confidence. So far so good. It looks like this is a week to hold your head up high and ask what you want to ask. It absolutely is. And these are two such strong cards, Sonia. Don't be afraid to ask for what you want to ask, and go for what you want to go for this week. This is a good week for you. Yes. And be clear, because it looks like it's too easy for you to get sidetracked with the little details. Don't pay attention to the little stuff this week. It's the big stuff this week for you. Okay, so who's next?
Next, we have Susie, who wants to know the same thing.
About her week?
Yep.
Okay, so let's see how Susie's week's going to go. Nice to see you, Susie. You're looking good as always. All right. My goodness, that moon's showing up a lot this week. Okay, so we have motherhood issues here. One of the things that it looks like your attention is going to be more on motherhood issues and your son this week. It looks like, it's so easy for us to put a little halo over our darlings' heads. But it looks like this week he might just surprise you and be uncharacteristically naughty. And the advice here is, this is not the time to coddle him. Okay, so thanks for tuning in, Susie. And who's next?
I don't know, you're doing readings faster than people can ask questions.
Oh,
so,
my goodness.
Hey, but I tell you what, maybe this week we can do a 90-second pick a card.
Yes.
And I don't mean per card, I mean in total. Sally and I had a conversation about making the pick a card, 3 to 5 minutes long. Shouldn't be the difficulty, to talk to about a card more than a minute.
Oh, I know.
Well, here we are.
Yeah.
1025, what's my reputation? Oh, people love you. Especially the backside. Love to see you walk away.
Okay, so I'm assuming you just want to know how people view you in general. Just how the world sees you, and that's a fair enough question. Of course, all things he says applies. Okay, so 1025. How does the world see 1025? Okay, 1025. Well, the world thinks that you're confident, so that's the face that you put out there. They think that you know what you're doing and you know where you're going. So that may be why people don't seem so anxious to help you out, because you just seem to be on top of it. which is maybe a good thing, maybe a bad thing. They do think that you might be a little bit fussy. It seems like you get a little too caught up on doing things just right here. So they say, well, he does things really good. He does a good job, but if you're looking for something fast, don't go to them. All right. Yeah, the world, you definitely go at your own speed, and people recognize that. But they admire your attitude. Okay.
I see you didn't increase the font size in your laptop, which is why you're asking what question is next, huh?
Well, no, I see that. I just didn't want to have to. Every time I scroll, my screen jumps.
That's what scrolling does.
No, I mean like it jumps ahead faster than I want it to.
Uh-huh. You got one of those time jump mice.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's a time jump mice.
Haunting Live. In Baltimore, how long will it take for them to find the missing people? That's the bridge collapse. Bridge.
Yeah, I know. And that was simply, that was no conspiracy theories about it.
That's not the question.
Yeah, I understand that. They're going to find most of them within the next 2 days. You know, there are a few that are at the bottom of the river that just aren't going to be found, but most they'll find within the next few days.
Yeah, well, yeah. Hello, Patricia. Patricia's got a second gig going there. Besides bookkeeping, she opened up a small cleaning business.
A cleaning business can be something that's
Yeah.
quite good.
How was that work out for me?
Yeah.
First thing they're telling me is get bonded.
Bonded, insured,
Yeah.
and then distribute your cars in the rich neighborhoods. Okay, so let's see. Patricia's cleaning business. Okay, well, first off, you got the Seven of Swords reversed. The cleaning business is a dirty business, and I don't mean that just literally. I mean that figuratively too. There's a lot of people who will be very cutthroat, and I just get this don't believe everything you're told, and don't trust any of your competition. Don't tell them any of your secrets. Okay, yeah, you can if you play your cards right, and this isn't a guaranteed, but it says that if you play your cards right and use your negotiation skills, you can get a good client. And one good client is all you need. One good client will lead to another and another and another. But you know, play your cards right. Yeah. Like I said, it's not guaranteed, but if you play your cards right, you can get you can get a key client and one that will lead to more. So don't believe anything and don't trust a single one of your competition.
So, Patricia, this is a service business. People notoriously don't want to pay services what they're worth. If your customer starts bickering about the price, move on, get a different customer, because they're never ever going to be happy. They're going to expect the world from you, and meanwhile, you know, they're paying you to clean the place, and they're going to expect things that are just not realistic. I think we've all seen some of these TikTok videos portraying that. As better off to go for a higher end clientele right off the bat. That's why being bonded is really important, because a lot of people, the number one concern they have with bringing people into the house to clean is theft.
Yes, get yourself bonded, insured, whatever you need to do to make yourself just
get
that much better than everybody
get that
else.
Police background check, all of it. Whatever's going to make you look the best. Because in the end, what you do, really anybody can do. But to get the trust from the people with money, let you into their house and have you clean. Completely different story. Oh, well, hi, Max. No school tomorrow. Oh, yes, it's Easter Monday.
Yeah.
Some people,
No wonder he's going to be naughty.
some people work, some people don't.
Okay. And look, Patty C. Good to see you, Sally. Oh, it's good to see you too, Patty. You look amazing. Always good to see someone from the Georgia contingency down. Can't wait to start working with you guys. But this one, she wants to know, what do I need to know? And we're asking the runes. And okay, so the one that flew over this way is one called kin, and that's family. And this is kind of a set apart thing that says above everything else. Family is the number one most important thing. But here we have the other things that are happening in your life. And you've got this thing coming up, and it's not coming up right away. You've got about a week or two, but you've got some kind of a big change coming up. And it's around, I'm pretty sure this is around work because it has the wheat, Fehu, prosperity, and it also has Ansus, which is the ancestral, which is ancestor, but I also see it as being godfathered because I know you've been where you are, and so this is telling me that there is some changes coming through, and this might be a change that you've asked for, because it's something that comes from your past that creates a change around your work atmosphere. But in the short run, it's going to be, like the next week or so, it's going to be nice and quiet and chill. But then you've got this big change coming. So be prepared for that. Know that change can happen fast. I just have a feeling that you're going to be all right. This is something that you can use to your advantage. Othilla, Homeland, Urtho, and Thorazat. Okay, so this is stuff around the home, and it does look like in the not too distant future you are going to have to make maybe some concessions or some changes about how your work is handled from home. Because when I look at this, it does say that it does talk about something coming in quick and maybe be a warning that things can get a little out of hand for you. So just be ready.
Keepers.
Okay.
Oh man, that went down the wrong way.
Yeah. The long and the short of it is, I really think that as long as you're willing to change and you don't dig in your heels, you'll be fine.
And next we have Lynette, who's looking for spirit messages.
Ooh, we know where we go for spirit messages.
Yes.
We go to the crystal bowl.
Oh, she isn't here. I thought you were going to say cross. It is Easter after all.
Yeah, yeah.
Is this when they take him off the cross or when he comes back to life? I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, this is when he comes back to life.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Resurrected, yeah. Never died is more like it.
Okay, so what does Spirit want Lynette to know? And I'm using the Rudrashka seed because I can. All right, so things do seem to be going well for Lynette, but what else is there? Okay, you have some travel coming up. I'm wondering if maybe you have travel planned already, because they say you have travel coming up, and they say you're going to have good weather for the travel, which seems a little bit of a weird message, but that's your message, Lynette.
Well, it is turning into April.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Maybe it's not going to rain.
Yeah.
And who is next? Joanne wants a reading for April.
All right.
But not for May. Or June.
Well, we'll just have to read those two girls later. Okay.
I'm just realizing how many people got lazy with girls' names. Let's just call them months. No wonder we ended up with a summer, fall, autumn. I have ever heard a woman named Spring?
No, that's a nice name.
Yeah, but summer, winter, summer, autumn, yeah, winter, yep.
Okay, so back to Joanne. And let's see how April's going for Joanne. Okay, so. Ooh. You've got some fiery energy around you in April. It looks like things are going to go pretty fast in April. This also feels like there's going to be travel plans made in April. You've got something new coming through work-wise, and I think this feels more like a project that does something long-term, but it feels like you're working on some sort of a project that puts you ahead. So April's a good month for you work-wise, and it feels like even home-wise and life-wise, it feels like those around you and those in your household are a bit more grounded in April. It doesn't feel like you have to worry about anybody but yourself. Okay.
All right. I see we still have some I see we still have some camera glitches going on, and as well as some producer glitches. Well, hello, Cindy C.
Hi, Cindy.
Cindy's wondering if she's going to get a phone call that she needs for an appointment this week.
Oh.
Well, let's find out.
Let's find out.
We will not put out the magic 8-ball.
No.
Mainly because it sucks. Not the answers. The ball itself, this one we got, is no good.
Yes.
There you go. Phone's ringing.
There you go.
Or beeping or whatever ringtone you got.
Yep.
At some point, we're going to have to stop calling them ringtones.
I know. And also, it's so easy to leave your phone in airplane mode or in do not disturb. So make sure your ringers are on.
Yeah, so work can wake you up at 6 a.m.
Yep.
Can you start at 7?
Sure.
Not even scheduled.
Whoa.
I guess nobody's getting that card.
Nobody's getting that card.
5 of Cups. It's a party.
It's a party. You're funny. Okay, so I'm just going to put that one.
Lydia V. You want to know if David is in love with you? Oh.
Well, Lydia, how can you not tell that?
Well, that and careful what you wish for.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. There she is. Okay. Lydia. Lydia and David.
You're singing the song too?
Yeah. And I'm humming a little so everybody gets it stuck in their head. Okay, so Lydia, the answer is yes, but as the producers pointed out, be careful what you wish for. It's just what, to quote the producer again, the juice isn't worth the squeeze here. It's kind of like, yeah, he loves you, but there just isn't much there on your side. It's what it is an obsession. It is there is a little bit of lust on your side, but as far as he loves you and will love you a lot more than you love him.
As time goes on, you'll realize that you guys don't really like each other.
Well, he does. She doesn't like him.
Well,
she loves him, but she don't like him.
Sure. Well, sure. It's just one-sided.
It does. It feels really one-sided, because poor David comes through as the Knight of Cups. He's fine. It's her whose feelings are.
Will be fine as well. Yeah. Benafsha, welcome back. What does April have in store for Benafsha?
Oh. Oh, daffodils and tulips.
Where?
Just teasing it. Well, what's in April?
Oh,
Daffodils and tulips. Okay, so Benafsha. Let's see. April for Benafsha. Seriously. And in April, I see you being put on the defensive, kind of being put on your back heel, and that's not really a good place to be. So before you get defensive about something, kind of look at the situation a little bit better. Yeah, you don't need to be the one to bear all the burdens. You know, it's kind of like if somebody puts you on the defensive, don't go there. Don't feed into that. Um, wow, you've got 999 all the way across. This April is going to be a very, very, very good month for you. So don't trust anybody who makes you feel like you can't get ahead, and don't trust anybody that makes you feel defensive. See it kind of as a red flag. Overall, April's going to be a really good month for you. Decide what you want and go for it.
right on.
Right on, indeed.
And next we have Karine, who also wants to know about April. Hello, Karine.
And then Brit's next.
Then Brit's next.
Okay, so April for Karine. So, you know, in April, you've got these two together. The Page of Swords leading to the Eight of Swords. And they're both reversed. So you have the Page of Swords, and that's kind of negativity that's been thrown at you. And it could possibly be even about people throwing untruisms about how you can move forward. And I say that because in this Eight of Swords, I feel like you're finally realizing that the only thing that's holding you back is you. And once you start believing in yourself, and once you stop saying, well, once you quit thinking about why you can't and start thinking about why you can, things will go much better, because you go from dealing with this sword kind of energy, this lack of confidence, this feeling like you can't move forward, feeling right through about the middle of April, things turn around for you pretty fast. Because as we're coming into May, you're looking out there and you're feeling like there's a lot of opportunities for you. And so this is where you're looking out there and you're making plans for the future. So April ends on a very positive note for you. So overall, it's going to be a pretty good month, even though it doesn't start out so nice.
Okay. All right. Brit.
Hey, Brit.
We'll get back to you, Cool Reaver, if anybody else we've missed. Just Brit was first. What will happen with my current situation with my partner? Ooh, troubles afoot. And a tail.
Is that Brit? Who am I doing this for?
Brit.
Yeah, okay, because I'm looking at him saying, Happy Easter, may I get a reading? So that's down a little bit better, right?
Yeah, that's okay. Right.
And so he's asking about a partner?
Yep. Well, my current situation with my partner.
Oh, all right. Well, let's see. I'll just take a look at that for you, Brit. Yeah, cards say. My.
Chasing rainbows.
Yeah. It just feels like you've when I look at this, it's more or less like you're looking at it like Well, you're right, chasing rainbows sort of thing. It just, you just feel like you're not going anywhere with this. And it's funny, I think maybe you don't want to leave, but you do want to leave. Is when I look at this hermit, it's sort of like in your mind, you pretty much well know that the best thing for you is to go off on your own. That this just isn't going anywhere. And I think you already know that. But when I look at this one, this is, first off, ace one, but it shows that as soon as you get rid of this, as soon as you actually do what you need to do, you're going to find the opportunity comes your way. And it's a funny thing when you when inertia happens in one part of your life, it kind of spills over into the other parts of your life, and the inertia that's in the partnership has spilled over into your career. Okay, so thank you for asking. Remember to like and subscribe.
That Ace of Pentacles always reminds me of the world is your oyster.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Cool. Libra, will I get a better paying job soon? Oh, why don't you start applying to those places? No sense in applying to places that are making money. They're not going to pay you. Let's see what cool Libra's cards are.
Yeah, let's yeah, you got your goal in mind. Let's see the path to that goal.
Right on.
Look at from there. So I know there's a better paying job out there. Mm-hmm. Look around you. Are there rich people in your area? If so, then there are better paying jobs for you. All right. Well, you're definitely dissatisfied. And it feels like, it almost feels like you're just fine feeling dissatisfied. I think you're underpaid where you're at. So getting a better paying job won't be hard. Wow. Yeah, all you have to do is look. So the answer to that is yes. But don't count on your boss don't count on your current job being supportive of this. So just know that. But yes, there is a better paying job, and there is a job that has more respect for you as well.
And when you're working your current job, keep your mouth shut about that kind of stuff. The bosses don't want to hear you bitch. I know all sorts of people that got great jobs while they were working, all because they kept it quiet. Like, I got a good paying job, but hey, this opening came up. It's some other company. Yeah, might as well apply for it. You never know. Mm-hmm. And next thing you know, you're in charge of a department somewhere else.
Yep.
Who is next? Hi, Suzu. Braveheart, is there a relationship for me this year? Well, of course there is. Oh, geez, this must be serious. You shut up.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, isn't that interesting? Okay, Braveheart. Yeah. There's a relationship, and it's weird because I think that you're going to end up with somebody that you went with in your past. Yeah. And I'm surprised that she forgives you because you weren't very nice to her.
Oh.
So it must have been the distant past. But yes.
All right. It's 9:30. You know what that means, folks.
Yes.
We'll be right back. And it's time once again for another edition of Pick a Card. This time for the week of April 1st, 2024. Here we go.
Okay. And welcome, everybody. Which card are you going to pick? Card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3? So what is it for this week? Card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3? Did you pick card number 1? Well, if you pick card number 1, then your tarot card for this week is the Moon. And the Moon talks about hidden emotions, secret emotions, illusions. Know that this week, not everything is as it seems. And also know that you don't know what's going on inside of somebody else's mind. So be careful. Know that things can definitely go in your favor, but be watchful too. Okay. Did you pick card number 2? You know, I made the Moon sound like the Moon is a really good card. I like the Moon. It's a very intuitive card. And so that would be another thing about this week for those of you who did draw the Moon card, is that your intuition is going to be at an all-time high and you need to trust it. So did you pick card number 2? Well, if you pick card number 2, talk about having the world in your hands. You have the 2 of Wands. And there is this idea of having the world in your hands. This is a time to look to gild the lily, if you would. This is a good week for you to look out at what's there, how you can make how you can make your life, your job, anything better, because you have the world in your hand. You have opportunity this week. So this is a week for you to go out and find it. Be attentive and be brave. Did you pick tarot card number 3? Well, if you pick card number 3, then your tarot card for the week of April 1st, no fooling, is the Ace of Wands. What a wonderful card. This is a card about grabbing what life offers you. This week you are going to have a high energy opportunity in front of you, whether this is in business or relationships. But whatever life is offering to you this week, make sure you grab onto it. Okay, and thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great week, and we'll see you again next week for another episode of Pick a Card.
So what you're telling me is that Ace of Wands, the hand coming out of the sky with the club.
No. We're not going to get it.
It's not a thank you, sir. May I have another?
Oh, you should talk to my students. Tell them what I call that card.
Oh, that's the Ace of...
Ace of Clubs. I mean, the Ace of Wands.
Yeah, well, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow. Suzu, will I get my visa? Well, let's see, Suzu.
Okay. What's going on with Suzu's visa? Yes. Probably don't need to go any further. Yes, and yes.
There you go.
Pretty clear cut.
So 79, welcome back. How long will it take me to learn how to use the playing cards for readings?
Oh my goodness.
Well, let's have a look there, Sally. What do you think?
Okay, so...
How long did you take to learn how to read playing cards?
Well, I learned how to read playing cards after I learned to read the tarot. So a lot of the interpretations I have in the cards are based on the tarot, although there is a whole separate interpretation. I'll tell you what, you send me an email and I'll send you the booklet for my playing card class, and that has all the information you need to get started, okay? And that's applies to anybody who sends me an email at info@sallydiane.com asking for a copy of the playing card class. I will send it to them, okay?
And So79, of course, in order to learn how to read, you need to actually do readings. That's the number one thing. So I'm sure some of your friends will be sick of you at some point, but sit them down every week for another reading. Now, who is next?
Live
Live life. Welcome. Do you see me with a girlfriend this year? I gotta leave now.
He really left. Okay, so let's see. Do you see me with a girlfriend this year? Well, let's look. Okay. Yes. Yes, and yes. Feels like it's more. It feels like it happens more over the summer. This is someone who's going to bring you more into balance, because you have kind of you have somebody that you need to be a little bit more sober for, a little bit more balanced. So there you go.
Oh, I'm sorry. Your camera wasn't on the cards.
No, it wasn't.
What cards
That's
were
okay.
there?
It was the Nine of Wands, Strength, and another female wands card. another female. Oh yeah, no, wait. It was the Nine of Pentacles, Temperance, and Strength. Strength and Temperance, in that order. So Temperance is where I get the balance. Strength, confidence. Just kind of person she is.
Right on. Who is next? Patricia's charging $65 an hour. In Vancouver.
It's not bad.
Depends on the service offered. Okay, seashells. Hello.
By the seashore?
Can I ask, what does Laura wish to tell me? Is it an apology or money?
Okay, where are we? Oh, there we are. Can I ask what Laura wishes to tell me? Okay, well, probably ask her yourself, but okay. Yeah, turn on the upper camera.
All right, yeah.
Love Patty C. Thank you, digging my heels. You're so funny. Okay, seashells. And let's see, what does Laura want you to know? Okay. So, first off, this is this somebody who's passed? And I just, the way the question is.
You got the same feeling?
Yeah, and I just say that because just the kind of things that's being said here, that you're holding yourself behind. And it's time for you to quit. It's time for you to quit carrying everybody else's little problems. You're carrying so many little worries that you can't see the path ahead. And even when you do see the path ahead, you still think of a reason why you can't go down that path. Quit holding yourself back.
And meanwhile, in the middle, everybody's partying.
Yeah, and that's what you should be doing too. You're in a period of life where you should be enjoying yourself. You're in a period of life where you should be partying, and instead, you're actually looking for things to worry about.
Brother Chris, how much longer till my dad moves into a long-term home from a hospital?
Uh, Honey, Chris, your dad isn't going to get a job.
Job.
Look at the end of it. Look at the end of it. I think he's asking if he's going to get a job, but it was a question about his dad. Okay, so Chris's dad. Okay, so they're giving me an 8, and it seems to happen pretty fast. So, probably a little, it could be 8 weeks, but I think it's 8 days. But it says in an 8.
All right. Our next question is from Sarah B, who wants to know how to tell her boyfriend she doesn't want to go traveling with him. I mean, will I travel with Kamel? Your idea of going traveling and his idea of going traveling are two different things.
Well, I shall come out. Well, let's just see. She asked a simple question. Let's see what the answer is. I think that the producer is really right because first off, it starts out, it's kind of like, yeah, and you're happy to do it at first, and I see you setting out, but it's kind of like you just don't have the stomach or the whatever it takes to do the kind of traveling that Kamel wants to do. So it's up to you. He's willing to take you along, and you may be happy to be asked, but it's not going to be a pleasant experience for you. So, again, it's up to you.
Britt, sure you can worry about something. It's not going to make any difference, but you can worry about it.
Yeah, my friend Rob always called worry negative prayer.
Oh. Ms. Rock Diane, can I have a reading, please? But there was no question asked. So let's see what Ms. Rock needs to know right now.
Oh, well. Have you do it?
No, not you, me.
Oh.
Big stretch.
Yeah, well, people have been saying how much they like to see your hands. Okay, so what does Miss Rag need to know? Woo! Uh-huh. Okay, first off, luck is on your side. Let's start right there. It is a good fortune sign. So you look at this, and that's kind of, this is a separation card, but it's one that tells me that now is a good time for you to sort out who to separate from your life. So it looks like you've got some people that you kind of have to put no contact with. And yeah, this is a good time for you to kind of go it on your own. Luck is on your side. You don't need any Debbie Downers. Okay.
Jasmina wants to know about her current job.
Okay, and here is Jasmina's. What a pretty name. Current job. A lot of competition. I don't think that might not be a bad thing. Oh no, it isn't. It isn't. It's there's a lot of competition, but it's kind of like it's friendly competition, but it's hard competition. I like that. And what the kind of job you got is the kind of job either you love it or you hate it, and you love it. Yeah. You love it. They love you. The competition is just fine with you, and they are going to send you away for some kind of training or schooling because it looks like you have something coming up that just you have some more knowledge, useful knowledge coming your way. Okay. And you do have major arcana cards here, so I'd say you're probably in the right field.
And our next question comes from Islamic Healing. Will Rizwan contact me? Noshin. I believe that's their name, Noshin, not Islamic Healing.
Okay. One and Noshin.
You're welcome, Asmina.
Our pleasure. Okay, so
Brother Chris said his dad is asking about the job.
really,
Yeah. Well, good for him.
Yeah.
Well, that's being really optimistic.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
And
I'm sorry I brushed him off the way I did, but he's not going to. He really isn't. Okay, so will Rizwan contact me? When? Okay, so we've got within the next week or two. I see that here because you got 1 week, get 3 days, right there. Yeah, it looks like there's a certain rigidity and rules around him, maybe around your relationship. And some people might be uncomfortable with it. It feels like it gives you comfort. Some of us need that structure, and it's there. Okay, so yeah, he'll be calling you within the next week or two. Okay.
And next we have the ever lonely High Priestess.
Hello, how are you?
Can I trust my new love interest with their intentions towards me romantically?
Okay, where are we?
We are at the High Priestess trying to figure out how to justify not liking this guy.
Well, it's not that. It's that she's she's in a different stage of life than he is, and she's well, the idea that she has a child and he has never had children, that makes it difficult, and so I see why she worries, and I also see why the very first thing I got was that as long as you never treat it as a serious relationship, like never ask him to move in with you or anything like that, because I just don't think he has what it takes to be part of a household right now, a household with a child. Let's see what the cards have to say. I'm just yammering on.
Yep. That's not why you're here. Yeah, you are.
Yeah, it is. Usually the stuff that I pick up yammering on is, yeah. Okay, so it says, be happy with what you got, but don't expect it to go too far. Because it's not that he doesn't want to give, it's that he doesn't have it to give. But then it says on the other hand, and this is probably why I don't think that this is going to be a forever relationship, is that you've got some things coming up in your life that's going to really solidify you. So I see you as being the magician. So your life's really going places, and you're moving ahead. I'm getting an impression of a house, which I know isn't about the question you asked, but I also know your situation, and I think there's something coming up where you can get a house for yourself, like a house of your own.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No, yep. Might as well pay the bank instead of somebody else's bank.
Yeah. And everybody that's out there watching, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. And make sure you tell your friends, because that really helps us.
I got fancy animations for that subscribe thing, and I always forget about them. Okay, Sushama. Let's see. Okay, well, somebody's impatient. Well, Sushama, we take the questions in sequence, so you are going to have to be patient until we get to there, which is right now. What are Natisha's intentions and feelings for me? Will he intend to marry me?
Usually, well, let's see. It's about ready to say something that just isn't so. Okay. So what are his intentions? He's weighing it out. There's something about children there. Is one or the other of you? Does one of you want children and the other one not? Yeah. He's weighing it out right now. And as much as I hate to give this advice, the advice that the cards are giving to you is that you're in a good position. Just be confident and stay where you're at. So, yes, he will.
Okay, and next we have Stephanie Koch. Or Koch, or I don't know how to pronounce that. It's because I'm German. I mean Austrian. Oh, geez, I can't say that. I can't believe I said that.
I can't believe you said that either. Wow.
Next thing you know, I'll be making sauerbraten. Not ever, no. All right, Stephanie, how long will her niece live with us?
Okay. How long will our niece live with us? It sounds like, Benjamin Franklin once said that fishing companies stink after 3 days. And it's not, there's a certain weariness in that question. Well, Well, I see her moving out maybe toward the end of May. I hope that's soon enough. Yeah. Yeah. Whatever she says that she's staying there for, she actually is. So, toward the end of May. But it's kind of like she's staying there building up towards something, and that is sincere. So I like to see that. Like I'm saving up for an apartment. Well, she really is. So, yeah.
And our next question comes from Aditi. What is Aswani's intentions and feelings towards me? Ooh.
Well, risky question to ask.
Cook, all right. I'll remember that, Stephanie.
Okay. So, what were we looking at?
Aditi wants to know about Aswani.
Okay.
Sorry if I'm butchering anybody's name. I'm doing my best here.
Aditi and Aswani. Well, it feels like he still wants, he's not quite ready to settle down yet. He still wants to play, but he also sees a future in you. So he doesn't want to marry you tomorrow, but he thinks he might want to marry you in the future. I hope that helps. I just worry about this little. I got to be a playboy a little bit more first.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Where are you?
I'm working on it. Dream wants to know about love.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Margaret, didn't you ask that last week? This answer's the same.
Okay. No, she wanted to buy a Bath and Body Works. You just want to get a job at one. Okay, so anyhow, Dream. Dream wants to know what's coming toward them in love.
Sorry, Margaret. It must have been somebody else.
Well, there was a Bed and Body Works.
There was a question.
Yeah.
Maybe the person I was asking about buying the Bed and Body Works is now looking to hire Margaret.
Well,
hey, on this channel, it could be possible.
yeah, So,
Are you done shuffling yet?
no.
Oh.
Okay. So, what's coming to Dream in love? Okay, so in the beginning, you've got the Seven of Wands. So it's kind of telling me that in the past, it usually seems like you're always second pick, you know? You're never the first choice, and that's always bothered you. But you are asking what's coming in love this year, what's coming towards you in love. You've got something really good coming towards you in love. You're getting the kind of things that you've asked the universe for. And it's up to you to, once the universe offers you love, it's up to you to nourish it and build it. And that's on both sides.
All right, moving on to Margaret's job at Bath and Body Works.
Yes. Bed and Body Works for Margaret. Okay. Yes. Yes, you will. I'm kind of looking at the managers. It seems like there's somebody there, a manager there that doesn't really do their job, and that could be a benefit, an advantage for you. But as far as are you going to get the job? Yes. And I don't think there's any, it seems to me like just the way that yes came through, you probably are a little overqualified for the job.
All right. Belcade, will MH and I be more than friends? Ooh, well, let's see. Did you get lost again?
Yeah, there I am. Okay. Boy, let's hope he hasn't gotten stuck in the friend zone. Because getting a kiss once you're in the friend zone gets weird.
Why, all right.
Yeah, don't wait too long. So, will MH and I be more than friends? You have got to break the ice now. Because you've almost waited too long. So, whatever it is, touch the hand, put the hand on the shoulder, let her know that you like her kind of thing. Whatever it is, you need to be a little bit more assertive and forthcoming about your feelings. Because if you wait much longer, it's going to be too late. You're in the dreaded friend zone.
Next, we have Miss Bojangles, but before we get to Miss Bojangles, I want to say Divine Empress Ari We don't answer what does my future partner look like, or when will I meet them, or where will I meet them, because we don't want to put blinders on you. If we tell you that you're gonna meet some guy who's got blonde hair and blue eyes, you're gonna meet him at Starbucks, you're gonna ignore other guys in other places, and we don't want to put blinders on you, like I said. Let it be a surprise, like for everybody else. Why not? Or do you end up with some short, fat guy who's rich, but you love him anyway. Now, on to Miss Bojangles. What is the end game for the Power Man and I? I unfortunately have caused feelings for him and might have been trying to screw it up in case it ain't meant to be. Oh, self-sabotage. Okay.
Okay, well, let's see if you managed to totally ruin it or not. Okay, the Power Man. Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay. First off, yeah. You sure have turned him on his head. But the end game, it's saying, be nice. Be nice. Be kind. There's something very good here. And you don't have to be bratty or manipulative to get to it. So there's something to be had there.
Next we have Moo. What good news is coming towards me in 2024? Well, let's see what Moo needs to know right now.
Okay. What does Moo need to know? Oh, ooh, that's a good card. This tattoo is based on this card. So, first thing is knowing that the losses of the past are in the past. And the Fool is just a really good card. This is a time for you to be optimistic. And it's also saying that you've managed to get some confidence or learn a few lessons, because it's kind of like the people who could, all the people who push your buttons before have lost that ability. They can no longer push your buttons. So you're getting a big up there. So because you've learned to disable all these buttons, you are going to see the opportunities that life holds for you. So good on you.
Well, there you go, Moo.
Okay.
Yeah, feel like doing a couple more?
Oh, I'm getting a little tired, baby.
I know, but we got some newbies.
Okay, well, for the newbies, we'll do a couple more, folks.
All
but
right.
Make sure you subscribe, tell your friends. Okay, so who's next?
Certified Princess and 48 Omniva kind of have the same questions. Who's coming towards me in love in the near future?
Okay,
and the answer to that is pretty much the same thing that I just told Divine Empress Ari, which is we don't want to put blinders on you. Be surprised,
okay.
But let's see if there's somebody coming for love for the both of you.
Okay, so Certified Princess. Let's see what Certified Princess needs to know about love and how to make love happen, okay? Well, you need to know that you're in the right place and you have a good support group around you, and that family and friends are a good source of a way to get out and meet people. So you've got the right venue, and you're actually well posed to meet somebody. Okay, you've got the 9 of Cups here, but again, it's kind of like that. Be confident in yourself. Focus on the things that you like and you want, and spend a lot of time with family and friends. That brings you love. And maybe by September, because the Hermit is about September. Okay. And who is the other one?
48 up Nevov.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I'm butchering that one.
Okay, so let's see what 48 needs to know to make love happen. Okay. And okay. Learn to be happy with, learn to be proud of who you are and what you've accomplished in this life. It really feels like you might sell yourself short when the first thing cards tell you is, hey, hold your head up high, puff your chest out. Know you're someone to brag about. Yeah. Don't be afraid to wish. You've got the star, that's the star of hope. This, dreams do come true. And don't be afraid to dream big. And then you've got the Five of Wands. And that's just about competition. None of these boys are serious. They're just playing. And so it's kind of like, yes, be willing to believe in love. And before you know it, you'll be playing lovers' games.
Well, there you go. And next, Divine Empress, who was asking about a future spouse. Let's see what Divine Empress needs to know about love in the next 9 months.
Okay. What does Divine Empress need to know about love?
You're welcome.
Okay, so the very first thing you need to know about love is that jealousy and dishonesty are relationship killers. So don't bring them to the table and do not accept them. And, even little lies, don't accept them. Lies are disrespect, and jealousy is just a kind of insanity. Don't accept or engage in either one of them. And then there's this idea of, don't look behind you. Don't live in the past. Don't dwell on the mistakes of the past. So there's this idea of looking forward. Every day is a new day, and treat every day as a new day with a clean slate. Yeah. And then this one is that idea of knowing that if you are once you are willing to move forward and not look at the past and not get involved in any of these negative emotions, and once you've managed to strip yourself of all those, and it's hard because sometimes negative emotions can be a bit of a security blanket, and so we hold them up as a shield. And so we think they're protecting us when really they aren't. But once you manage to get rid of these habits, you will find a relationship very, very quickly. Because where there's jealousy and dishonesty, you cannot have honesty and respect. Okay.
Well, there you go, Divine Empress. I hope that helps you out. I know that's not the question you asked. But
it's the question they answered.
We improvised. That was the last question for tonight.
All right. So, thank you everybody for tuning in. Remember to subscribe and like. Both of those help us so much. If you'd like a reading with me in person, then dial the spot near the tracks at 519-272-1293, or anybody can get a reading from anywhere in the world on their computer by sending an email to info@sallydiane.com and asking to set up an appointment for a reading. Thank you so much for tuning in, and tune in again next week for another episode of Psychic Sundays Live. Have a great week.